if you heard the line, I'm working for you. Look back, got wings, take a dream, and you know I tell the truth. Look at our lives like a soap opera.
Robby became the first white head football coach at a historic, the first white head football coach at a historically black college, Savannah State University. He inherited a program that was in shambles and quickly turned their program around. In his first year at Savannah University, his team saw as many wins as the 5 previous seasons combined. He intends on turning around the economy of the United States using the same principles. He's a proven leader and has managed organizations of over 250 people, and he is not a career politician. Do we like career politicians? No, I don't. Robby Wells is also the host of a television show, The Robby Wells Coaches Show, and that airs in the Southeast. After watching the general election unfold in 2008, Robby Wells made a decision to take a stand for the people of the United States of America. On November 21st, 2011, Robby announced that he's running for President of the United States as an independent. He has been endorsed by Liberty candidates along with Dr. Paul. His Mission Possible campaign has been the quote-unquote Plan B for Liberty. So everybody give a nice warm welcome to Mr. Robby Wells.
Well, hello. How's everybody today? Well, great. Before I get started, I've got to give thanks and a shout out to a few people. First and foremost, I've got to give a shout out because who would have ever thought that a guy like myself would be able to go through the campaign process in this election cycle, and here I am on the stage of the greatest deal as far as I'm concerned, a chance for us to restore liberty to the people of the United States of America. So I'd like to give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'd also like to give I'd like to give thanks to Liberty candidates for endorsing me along with Dr. Paul. I'd like to give thanks to Gigi Bowman and Tracy Diaz of Liberty candidates. My campaign team that's here, I've got some video guys that are here as well. Of course, Dr. Paul, because he inspired me to take a stand for liberty. And the reason I'm here, my whole campaign is the Plan B for liberty. So Dr. Paul, thank you wherever you are. I hope you're listening. And to his lovely wife, Miss Carol Wells Paul, which also is the same name of my late sister, Carol Wells. Y'all go fish and figure out if we're related. And to all the patriots that are here right now, I want to say thank you for being here. I know that a lot of you have sacrificed major to get here to Tampa from all over the country. And just like my new friend, Carlos Beltran, that's come all the way across half the country just to get here. And my hat's off to all those guys. I want to talk to you about what I dream about when it comes to this nation. And if you agree with what I say, then I want you to stand to your feet and I want to be heard. Okay? I dream of a nation that has a president that eliminates all federal departments that are unconstitutional because they're making us go broke anyway. I dream of a nation that has a president that brings our military troops home. I dream of a nation that has a Congress that will do a full audit of the Fed and shut it down. I dream of a nation that has a president that will return the liberties and freedom to the people of the United States of America. I dream of a nation that will have a president of the United States that will push to repeal the USA Patriot Act and the National Defense Authorization Act. Why? Because they take away from your liberties anyway, and they infringe on your 4th and 5th Amendment rights. I dream of a nation that has a president that will encourage national energy independence, because because all it's done is get us in these crazy wars anyway. I dream of a nation that will have a president that will push to repeal Obamacare. I dream of a nation that has a president that will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, because that's what you deserve as citizens. That's what we all want right here in America, and that's what we've got to return to, the basics, the meat and potatoes of the things. We think that everything that we've got going right now is for progress. But I'm here to tell you that what we've been seeing for the past 4 years is not progress. I want to tell you guys a quick story. Let me grab a sip of water real quick. I'm going to tell you a story about this young girl. She just graduated high school. And she went away to college. And she was very talented. She was musically inclined. And this young girl, when she got away to school, everybody realized very, very quickly that she had talent. She could sing like a bird. I mean, it was incredible, the talent that she had. But just like most girls, she ended up falling in love with this guy her second year in school. And then an unwanted pregnancy was on its way. And he was older, and actually, he was having an affair. He was a married guy. And so everybody was pressuring her to terminate the pregnancy because she had her whole life in front of her. And she was going to ruin it if she had this baby. And in fact, they were telling him too, you're going to ruin your marriage and everything if you have this child. Well, to the point where they had set her up an appointment to go to the doctor and have everything taken care of. And at the last minute, she ran and she hid. She had that child. That's my mother. Thank you. Yeah. See, the whole thing about the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is very, very dear to my heart because I do have life, and I do have liberty, and I do have the pursuit of happiness. But I'm telling you right now, I've got a message that I am the plan B for liberty this time around. Because if we do not take a stand right now, could you imagine 4 more years with the current administration of Barack Hussein Obama? I'm telling you this right now, if we got 4 more years of that and we continue to go down the path, the socialist left path, then we're going to lose all our freedoms, we're going to lose this nation, and we're going to be like a guy that's lost his best girl. And then all we're going to do is be like that guy with that best girl singing that Down in the Dump song. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That's right. That's where we're going to be. So, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. History has a tendency of repeating itself. Mitt Romney is not the answer. He is unelectable. And here's why. In the past 60 years, we have had one Republican candidate beat an incumbent Democrat for president. And that was in 1980 when Ronald Reagan beat Jimmy Carter, because Ronald Reagan was a true conservative. Mitt Romney is no conservative. In fact, Mitt Romney's biggest opponent is Mitt Romney 4 years ago, because he's flip-flopped on over 40 major issues that are out there. I mean, he's been on one side of the fence and the next side of the fence. I've had reporters come to me and say, well, are you scared about Mitt Romney because he's on the opposite view of you with this? I said, no, don't worry about that, because tomorrow he'll be back on my side, because he flips so much. Let me tell you this too about Mr. Romney. He wants to insult your intelligence and my intelligence by saying that he would repeal Obamacare. But how does a man repeal something that he inspired when he was the governor of Massachusetts with Romneycare? That's right. Romneycare is the blueprint for Obamacare, which takes away from your liberties and your freedom by telling you you've got to do something. And that's not what America is all about. See, I don't really have a problem with the fact that he's made that money. Mitt Romney's made all this money. That's great, that's good, and I'm happy that he's done it. In fact, the fact that he put his money in the Cayman Islands and in the Swiss bank accounts, he's got every right to do that. I don't agree with it because he could have taken that money and invested it in the people of the United States, but he chose not to. And that's okay. But I think what I've got to say more about Mitt Romney and what I've got a problem with is knowing this. There is no way that as Commander-in-Chief he can command the respect of the military personnel from a guy that didn't stand for his country. In 1969, when the middle of the Vietnam War was going on and he went away from the draft and went over to France to study abroad. I'm sorry, but somebody's got to stand up and they've got to be a patriot for this country, and that's what you're looking for right now. America's looking for a guy to lead this country that's not a career politician but has proven leadership ability, and that's what I got. Okay? Now, we've got Ron Paul, and they're saying now that they're not going to seek the nomination from the floor of the Republican National Convention. And because of that, it looks like our future is bleak. It looks like everything's going down the tubes. Well, I'm here to tell you that I think that we're on the verge of a great awakening. I think that we are on the verge of America seeing its greatest day. And if you believe that, I want you to get up on your feet right now, and I want to hear you. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, if you are a delegate, if you vote for Mitt Romney in that convention, you are voting for Obama. Number one, they agree on a lot of the same things. But number two, Mitt Romney can't beat Obama. So why would we keep on doing what we're doing and expect to get a different result? There was an old saying I used to say with my football players: you keep on doing what you're doing, you will keep on getting what you're getting. And if the result is bad, then you've got to make a change. Well, it's time for us to make that change. That's why I took a stand. Okay, you got to have somebody that wants to be the president of the United States that's got some courage, okay, that's got some values, that's got some principles to himself, that wants to return us to a constitution as the supreme law of the land instead of having people trample on it like what you're getting right now.
Okay.
Thank you. You know, Dr. Paul, he's the father of the Liberty Movement. He says he's not going to seek that nomination. So to all you delegates that are here right now, I'm here to tell you, I announced that I was Plan B for Liberty back in November of 2011 when I announced that I was running for president of the United States. And I did that because I wanted to make sure that history would not repeat itself from 2008 when liberty was shunned. And you saw what that's gotten us the past 4 years. So, if Dr. Paul will not accept that nomination from the floor, and he will not let them nominate him from the floor, I'm telling you right now, I'm here to stand in. Okay? Because Dr. Paul, that's right. I'm ready to stand in, and I'm ready to go to work. And I can promise you this right now, I won't let you down. Okay? I'm taking a stand for my country because I love my country. And I know each and every one of you love your country too, and that's why you're here. So, I know there's a lot of Ron Paul supporters in this room. Okay, this is Paul Festival. Okay, and somebody asked me the other day, or a reporter asked me, he said, Robby, how do you sleep at night knowing you're going down to Paul Festival, knowing that you're running for president of the United States, and Dr. Paul's also running for president of the United States, and all of his supporters are so fired up about him, and you've got to get up there in front of them. How does that make you feel? I said, I sleep like a baby. He said, really? I said, yeah, I wake up every 2 hours and cry. But I'm the Plan B for Liberty. If Dr. Paul does not want to take that nomination, I've got a group of Republicans, okay, that are backing our campaign. And before you leave, I implore you, please come by and see me over here, all the delegates. I want to set up times with you. You got a whole week with me. I'm staying here a whole week. Okay, you can vet me. You You can go ahead and figure out what I'm all about. I can tell you this right now. I'm not running for me. I'm not running for fame, and I'm not running for fortune. I'm running for the people of the United States of America. So please, before you leave, you make sure that you get some of our information. I'm going to be over there. I want to be able to meet everybody that's here. And seriously, I'll stay here all night until I've had a chance to meet each and every one of you. Set up a time this week that you can meet with me and my staff. You can find out more about me. You can get on my website, which is www.electrobbywells.com, and you can find out about my game plan. Of course, being a former coach, my platform is called the Game Plan. I've got one more thing. President Obama, and I know you're listening, this message is for you. In roughly a week and a half, President Obama, you will be coming to my hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina, for the Democratic National Convention. And President Obama, you will be accepting your nomination at the Democratic National Convention right there at Bank of America Stadium, which is home of the Carolina Panthers of the NFL. And President Obama, I am here to tell you, you will be roughly 3 minutes from my house. And in the event that the delegates here in Tampa see it my way and have it in their heart to nominate me from the floor, and it works out that the miracle occurs for me in my favor, President Obama, I do not think that America can wait for our first presidential debate to be in Denver, Colorado. I believe that America needs answers, and they need answers now, because drastic times, President Obama, mean drastic measures need to be taken. So President Obama, in the event that I do get this nomination, in the event the miracle does occur here in Tampa, because you see, Hurricane Isaac is right off the coast, and Isaac means laughter. And we will be laughing the whole way back up to Charlotte. So President Obama, for the 20 million Americans that are unemployed, and the 25 million Americans that are underemployed, and the 39 million Americans that are living in poverty, and the 149 million Americans that are existing on low income, and for the 98% of us that are considered middle class and below, and for the millions that have lost their homes to foreclosure, President Obama, I challenge you to a debate on the 50-yard line of Bank of America Stadium. You're in the middle of the Democratic National Convention. President Obama, I have 2 words for you. Bring it. My name's Robby Wells. I'm running for President of the United States. I am Plan B for Liberty. I need your help to be the people's president. If you guys appreciated anything that I said, then please show me some love, because I got a lot of love for you. Thank you so much. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless the United States of America.
All right. Give it up for Robby Wells.
Right now we're playing with the French playing cards, the Space Diamond cards and clubs. The Germans have their cards and their suits, the Latins have theirs, the Swiss have theirs, and we're saying America should have her own playing cards that represents her founding and her republic. It's a 52-card deck, and you can play all the same things. It says Space, Diamond, Cards and Clubs. We have Faith, Declaration, Revolution, and Unity. Our founders were guided by faith.
So it's great to hear that you are a additional option versus what Mitt Romney is pushing, and you stand for what Ron Paul stands for.
Absolutely.
Absolutely great to have you, Ron. I want to thank you for that.
Well, Nick, we've got to return the liberties and freedoms to the people of the United States of America. And I will say this to you in closing. A lot of people have come to me and they've said that Mitt Romney and Barack Obama are too big for me to take on. I say they're too big to miss. I just need some people to help me clear the obstacles out of the way and let me go throw them a rock.
Awesome. If people wanted to go and help you do that, where would they go to figure out everything that you stand for and find out more about it?
Right, Nick. They can go to my website. My campaign website is www.electrobbywells.com, and that's ElectroBywells.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Wells, and good luck with your presidential run.
Thank you, Nick.
Great. Awesome. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah, hopefully get you some supporters there.
Well, we hope so.
Yeah.
dangerous. So the NDAA authorizes the American military to arrest you without charging you with anything or giving you a trial.
What's your name? Adam Reinhardt.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah. There's my card too. Okay.
Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Thanks for speaking today, man.
Doing okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Would you mind if we took a picture with you?
Sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, what do you guys take a picture? Just hold down this button. All right, thank you. It's right here. Put it down. I might not have noticed.
Okay.
Without ever seeing a doctor because they simply get tired of waiting. And so the question I have for you today is, why is the market so kind to my iPhone and so mean to my body?
Vertigo terminated. Okay. So last had it set up. That's a bit different than the little.
Boy, that gives me chills.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit different from the libertarians because they pretty much believe in pro-choice.
How do you think pro-life should be? How should that affect government and
It's a federal issue. It's not a state issue. That's where Ron and I differ. Okay, that's about the only where Ron Paul and I do differ.
how do you? I'm pro-life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it is difficult. Like 1/3 of the doctor-patient relationship is going to live in practice.
That's right.
How do you protect a woman, a woman's right to not be searched and be pro-life?
And at the same time,
And fight for the unborn child.
how do you fight? How do you let the child go away without his rights to life, liberty? It's very complicated.
Very complicated. And
Yeah.
I wonder if the only way to really save those children's lives is to minister to the mothers.
Probably.
Are you a Christian?
Absolutely. 100% born again. My adopted parents, my dad was a Baptist minister, so I was raised in church.